So, hey there, listener. This is Do You Want to Make a Podcast?
Yes, that is the name of the show. We just have a couple bullet points that we need to hit before we start. 1, there's a fireplace. It's fake. I've ruined everything. Wait, should we start over?
Take 2. Hello, listener. You are listening to, because you're a listener. Take 3. This is...
Wait, we should establish, what we want to talk about. What are the bullet points we need to hit here?
I got it. Okay, so we tell them that the show is called Do You Want to Make a Podcast? It is a fireside chat between two best friends who are on the hunt to create the perfect podcast. They have a lot of ideas, and they can't decide what they want to talk about. Okay. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's the synopsis. Then we'll plug the social media.
Do we want to do social media?
Yeah. So we'll tell them to follow us at Do You Want to Pod, all spelled out. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also email us at doyouwanttomakeapodcast@gmail.com.
That's it.
That works for me.
Wait, I think we just did it.
We did it. That was my plan all along.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Yes, it is. Jim has not left Betty White's IMDb page for a whole week.
Yeah.
Just been scrolling through.
There was a show called The Betty White Show? Looks like it only ran for 14 episodes, though. Oh, Georgia Engel was on it? Oh, rest in peace. Love her.
What else is she from?
Georgia Engel? She was Amy's mom on Everybody Loves Raymond is one thing you might know her from.
Okay.
And you would also probably know her from the original Broadway cast recording of The Drowsy Chaperone.
Ah!
She was Mrs. Tottendale.
Aww.
Yes.
Engel, more like Angel.
Yes. Mary Tyler Moore Show. She was only on 40. She wasn't on it the whole time. She was only on 45 episodes.
Only 45.
Yeah.
Still. Damn.
Oh yeah, she was only on the second half. Huh, interesting. It's an impressive
career.
Impressive career for sure. Wow. Love her. But we're here. So
we're here. We're just waiting for Betty to get back to us.
We're just waiting for Betty to get back to us because we can't really. I mean, we could just make it about Betty, but I really want to make it
with Betty.
I want to make it with Betty.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because I would just be sad as we continue to make episodes about Betty without hearing her golden voice.
Yes, exactly.
So, until she calls us back, we can just do what we normally do.
Maybe we'll find another one. We really should. I think the problem is that we're relying on a lot of other people to make these podcasts the perfect podcast. You know, Joseph?
Fair enough.
I think we really need to find something that's like...
self-sustaining?
Us.
Yeah.
Like, we make it perfect.
Aw.
Because I guess the Betty White podcast is not that.
I
would like the record to show, though, I would actually make that.
Oh, yes.
I would actually.
When Betty gets back to us, we will make that podcast as we still try to search for the perfect
podcast.
The perfect palcast. The perfect podcast between us two pals.
Oh, I like that. That's cute.
Palcast.
Let's change the name of the show.
Okay. That'll be a lot shorter.
Do you want to? Well, no, I was going to just change it to Do You Want to Make a Palcast?
But like with the logo where we just like draw over the existing logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
red
cross
letters.
out pod.
Yeah.
Well, we don't even have to cross out pod. Just odd. Do you want to make just cross
take
out
O or just put an AL over OD. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we don't have to change the acronym. Still DWITMAP.
DWITMAP, baby.
All those DWITMAPers out there. I'm gonna call them cartographers because it's a DWIT map.
Usually it's like a short phrase that's like sounds 2019, like, you know, Taylor Swifters are like Swifties or something, but ours is our cartographers.
Yes, because they're making Dwip Map happen.
I love that
They're making
so much.
the Dwip Map.
And they thought cartography was an aging industry.
Or maybe Dwip Map is more like Fetch, and we should stop trying to make it happen. But
nope, we're gonna make it.
But
we're gonna continue.
No,
we're gonna go on.
No, it's perfect. Dwip Map.
So, Jim, do you want to make a palcast?
What if we just asked each other Dwip Map?
Dwip Map, Jim?
Dwip Map.
Hey.
Wait, no. L Map. Let's make a podcast.
Okay. I'll allow it.
L Map sounds like a test.
Yeah, like the opposite of a law degree.
Yeah. Or like a MRI type thing.
Ooh.
I got my L Maps back.
Excuse me. Yeah, what did they say?
They were negative.
Oh no.
No, negative isn't. You ever? That's like a classic bit where like the doctor's like, your results came back. They're negative. Oh, what a relief. No, I mean they're bad.
Classic Dwip Map.
Classic Dwip Map. Wow.
So last week I wrote a list for you. We didn't even get to it.
We didn't even get to it because we were so excited talking about Betty White and thinking about how
for the record, we still are excited to talk about Betty White. Everything else is secondary at this point.
This is a podcast called Whisk-Key. Whisk-Key is what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
Whisk-Key.
Go on.
It's a podcast about whisks and keys.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something. Two very important yet underrated parts of daily life. The whisk and the key.
The whisk is the key to a good pancake, if you ask me.
Whisk is key to good pancake. It's the key to a good scrambled egg. It's the key to really most breakfast foods require whisks. Also, most desserts require whisks.
It's also the literal key to my front door. I had a very special lock.
Oh, you have a whisk-shaped lock?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And if you don't have my specific whisk,
that's dangerous,
it's
though.
Unhackable.
I will say, whisks very easy to like bend and snap.
Well, exactly. So I took a whisk and bent it just so, and then they molded the lock after that.
Now, what if someone takes your whisk and bends it again?
Oh,
in a different way?
I have that whisk inside a padded briefcase, so it won't get bent.
Oh, okay.
And I have that handcuffed to my wrist at all times.
At all times. Oh, I was wondering what that was.
Yes, it is not a nerve agent or any sort of cool thing. Just the key to my house.
Just the key to
your house. But the thing of it is, that briefcase. No key for that.
But there is a key to the handcuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Lost it.
Well.
I was like, I'm always gonna wear this, so I don't need this key.
Well, whose fault is that?
It was mine. It was by design. It was.
You know what?
It was a forced matter of security.
Let me tell you something. Not the worst design I've ever seen.
What would be the worst design you've ever seen? Windows Vista?
Yep. Yep.
If you have another answer, you could give it. I just wanted to.
No, it was a much harder question than I realized. Because worst is tough. You ever think about that? Like, it's very easy to think about, well, no, I don't know if that's true either. But let me finish my sentence. I think it's easier to think about the best thing of something than it is to think about the worst thing. Well, it depends on how negative an experience, I guess, the worst thing
and
was.
Of how your day's going.
Yes. Because, like, I can remember the worst play I ever saw because it was...
the worst.
Objective. Well, no, and it depends on how you want to quantify it, too. Because, like, I've seen, like, some high school productions that might have been worse, but I went to a professional production expecting to be entertained and was not.
So
is that the worst? Or is the high school production that someone fell off the stage and hurt themselves and then I left halfway through the show
worst?
Is that the worst?
Well, I think you're onto something, and what it is like the worst is going to change in proportion to your expectation.
Right.
Of something.
Right.
So, like, the worst design you've ever seen. So, like, let's start with, like, okay, like a hyped up piece of art.
Oh, you know what the worst design I've ever seen is?
Yeah.
I just realized what it is.
Okay, go for it.
Because I just want to talk about this.
Please do.
The Apple Card.
Okay.
Apple Card is the worst.
Are they even making a physical one, or is it just digital?
No, it's physical.
Okay.
It's like metal. It's like a metal credit card.
Okay.
And it's like, who, why?
I have a I want to let you finish.
I have to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Before I let you speak. Also, it is a bad design because they said, hey, if you want the color on your Apple Card to stay good, don't let it touch leather or denim. And it's like, what am I supposed to put it in?
My leather wallet goes in my denim jeans.
Pants.
God damn it.
Idiots.
Okay. So, I agree with everything you said.
Yes.
The Apple credit card just seems so dumb. But as I was driving into work and I hear about it and everyone's pretty much got the same expectation, like, this is stupid. I was like, I can't wait for, like, Apple just to release, like, oh, and by the way, this. And then instantly, everyone's opinion changes like that. And you're like, oh my God, this was the best idea ever. I need one right now. And it changes everything. And I'm not an Apple fan either. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
I'm not an Apple head, but it just, to me, this is me kind of looking at my life like a TV show. Like, everyone thinks it's dumb. Everyone thinks it's bad. So, of course, at the end of the episode, there's going to be a twist where it ends up being fantastic.
If it's literally just a credit card, then I'm like, no. If it does something else, then we'll have to revisit this.
That's what I'm hoping for.
But I just don't understand. Like, they've done all this other stuff for you to help you manage your money. Like, they created, like, the wallet app, and they have the Apple Pay and all this stuff. And now they're like, oh, also, here's our own physical credit card for you to use.
It does seem like a step backwards because it's a digital. Because think about Apple Wallet. Digital.
Right.
So you figured Apple credit card would just only be through Apple Wallet. Right. Seems like a very Apple thing to do. But they've come out with a physical card, which leads me to believe this thing is like gonna like wake up and it's in our while we're sleeping, the credit card is gonna grow like little legs.
Yeah.
Gonna, like, do house chores or something for us. I don't know.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I will not be getting one, mostly because I don't need another credit card. I have one, and that is the correct number of credit cards to have. IMO.
Oh, Jim, well, could I interest you in the Joe card? This is a credit card that when you spend it, I get money for it.
No.
Okay. Jim, can I interest you in the Bigger Better Joe card? This card is physically larger, takes up all the space in your wallet, and when you use it, I get even more money for it.
You have how? What if you're trying? Okay.
Okay, Jim, this is a bucket. Would you please put money into this bucket that I have, and then I'll get money for it?
I'm trying to find... Okay. I have some notes on your salesman techniques.
Gonna keep holding this bucket out anytime you're ready.
Your design is bad. Your card...
Is it the worst design you've ever seen?
Yes. Yes, it was not good. I cannot be proud of you in this moment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Literally, you were like, hey, do you want this thing? It benefits me and not you in any way.
Didn't say in any way it does not benefit you. Well, I just was highlighting the benefit to me.
You didn't sell me on the benefits to me. That's what you have to do. Because that's how I've almost gotten roped into it, and then I snap out of it, and I'm like, wait, I don't need another credit card. There's no reason to get this, you know?
As a pity, would you toss a quarter in this bucket?
Yeah, here.
Just a quarter. Yes!
There you go.
Success! I did it!
You're a sad man. You're sad.
I'm smiling so much. You think I'm sad?
You're a sad quarter begging man.
I just made a quarter. I don't have to pay taxes on this quarter.
Well, now you do.
The easiest quarter I ever made.
We've documented this now.
No, this is a bit. The government doesn't take us seriously.
I don't know. Uncle Sam's coming for your quarter.
I'll fight him off with this whisk that I carry at all times.
30% of the quarter.
He's really only
30%? You think I'm in a high tax bracket, James? I'm not that wealthy.
You're right. Well, Uncle Sam and his cousin, the state,
Collectively.
yes, are coming for 30% of your quarter or so.
I also think we're thinking of whisks too literally. Like, you could whisk me off on a dream vacation. That would be the key to my heart.
Oh, I thought you were saying you can use other things as whisks, like forks.
Yes, you can.
Which is true.
Absolutely.
But also, yes, I could whisk you off on a dream vacation. I'm not going to. Because, again, you have not sold me on the benefit to me.
I told you, the key to my heart.
I already have that.
There's another one that only can be gained by whisking me off on a dream vacation. Yes.
Why do I need the second key? Is it like a...
You ever see a keychain with one key?
Is it like an over...
That is the lamest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I thought in order to get into your heart, there was like an override situation where you had to have two keys and turn them at the same time.
Yes.
Like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. And like Stranger Things, they're very widely spaced apart.
Yes. Well, I mean, the nature is that you would need two people.
Two people. Yep. Or just Winona Ryder.
And a belt.
Yep.
Spoilers.
You could whisk me into a brand new car.
I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the kind of money to take you on a dream vacation either.
Oh, my dream vacation's pretty simple, man. It's just about quality time. Me and you.
Oh, wow. Do you want to go into the woods?
Yes.
Into the woods.
And out of the woods and home before dark.
Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods.
The cast recording of Into the Woods was really just them saying the phrase Into the Woods for 2.5 hours.
And then they just modulated it.
And then there were serious rewrites to the script.
Yes. Have you listened to the cast recording? That is what it is. Everybody
one where they just say Into the Woods for 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, I cry every time.
Into the woods. Into the woods.
Yes.
Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods. And it's like,
yep.
Wow.
Oh, you're like, I wonder what the name of this show is.
I was like, why did they change this? Why did they change this at all?
You know, some of the cast felt a little underrepresented. They threw a fit. And then Sondheim was like, okay, I can write other lyrics.
Yeah, you know what was
It's
funny?
not going to be as good.
Do you know who had the most lines in that version?
Milky White?
Cinderella's father, actually.
Oh.
Who is in that show.
So many spoilers today. Wait, is he like the narrator?
No.
No, that's the baker's father.
No, literally, I believe it is written, though, that Cinderella's father is there for, like, the hottest of seconds at the very beginning of the show.
Wow. I'm drawing a total blank on this.
Hold on, let's double check.
Do a quick goog.
Into the woods!
Listeners, I shortened the phrase Google something to goog. You're welcome.
Into the woods. Let's search IBDB.
The Internet Broadway Database. You're also welcome, listener.
Okay, so there are several productions. We want the first one at the Martin Beck Theater from November 5th. People. That's the production staff. Opening night cast. Let's see. Wolf, Jack's mother.
Cinderella's mother, no father yet.
Cinderella's father.
No way!
Edmund Lindeck.
Wow.
He is like no, he says the closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
Jeez, he really got screwed over in those rewrites.
Yeah.
He was the main character.
Yeah, he was the main character. He was just like, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods.
Well, I think the storyline there is there's a natural disaster happening. The safe place is to go into the woods. And Cinderella's father keeps telling everyone to go into the woods and just no one's paying attention. Yeah. Like they all got the storm warning on their phone and they're just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
He's like, no, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods. And they're just like,
Yeah, but literally I think his like only line in the show is like, the closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
And that gets you a credit.
That's it. And he's a Broadway actor. Boom.
You know, maybe that's the way to go, man. Instead of being like, oh, you're the main, you're the big star. You can't go into CVS without someone stopping you. You're like, oh, I'm Cinderella's father into the woods, and people are like, okay.
And there's literally a bit at the beginning where Cinderella's like, goodbye, father, and he's like, and then he says the closer to the family, the closer to the white in the first midnight, And I think that's literally it. Hold on. Now I want to confirm, though. So let's say Cinderella's father into the woods.
Okay, so first it's showing the original script, and it's just him saying into the woods, into the woods,
Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods.
Let's look at the...
Go
to the rewrites.
Hold on, lines.
With a Z.
With a Z.
Yeah.
Lines. Here's Into the Woods at UHS.
All right, now do a Control F, find in page.
Yeah, I can't do Control F. I'm on a phone, but
I'm just giving the listener all the tools.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let's just do father. No, not father-in-law.
Yeah. Your fancy phone ain't doing you any good here now, is it?
Done. Wait.
Ah!
All right. So
it's not finding it anyway.
No, it is finding it, but it's searching the whole document. This is too much. Hold on. We'll cut this. It's a big document that it's searching too. So let's just talk for a minute. Let it process.
I whisk more than anything, more than life. I'm just trying to guess back to whisks. I whisk to go to the festival.
That's very good. Cinderella probably used a whisk every once in a while.
That sounded dirty.
It wasn't.
Just the way your inflection.
She worked in the kitchen. Did you see that video this week about the girl that the girl did of the people breaking out into song, like in musicals?
Yeah.
I just thought of it because I said kitchen wench.
Yeah, it was set to me by a friend of the show, Taylor Keller.
Yes.
Hi, Taylor.
A kitchen wench forever. It's very good.
I think my favorite one was, what was it? Saying I can't love you because I'm your biological nephew.
Yeah. Because I'm your biological nephew.
And props to Taylor. She replied at that tweet, and it got many likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed.
I like we're British and we're going to war. Raise the class, men. We're British and we're going to war.
Was that Les Mis?
I mean, that's more or less what I think she was implying.
They're French. I guess that's
they
the
are
joke.
French, but they do often they have British accents.
Yeah,
because it originally ran in Britain.
Why didn't they just go
French accents?
Yeah, why didn't they go for it?
And I'm Jover. Do not forget my name. Do not forget me.
Like the composers, their names sound French as all hell.
2, 4, 6, 1. Trying to think of a super French master of the house, quick to get your eye.
Sounds great.
Ready with a handshake and an open palm. Those lines are not correct.
There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running from God. Oh, running from grace. Go, be my witness. I never shall yield. Till we come face to face.
But I imagine this version of Stars being sung on a stool.
He knows his way with
a long dark cigarette.
But mine is the way of the Lord, and those who follow the path of the righteous. Don't smoke, kids. Shall have their reward.
Before you say another word, Javert.
I think this is really though.
Before you chain me up like a slave
Wait
again.
Wait a minute. Okay, this is what happened. The original cast of Les Mis all had French accents, but then fucking Carl couldn't do it.
Damn it, Carl.
And they're like, Carl, what can you do? It's like, I can do a British accent. And they're like, everyone else here can do British. Everyone's like, yeah. Like, okay. We open tomorrow. For Carl's sake, we'll do British. But Carl, you got to learn a French accent. Okay, yeah. I'll learn it. Okay, Carl. And then it was a huge success, and everyone's like, oh, okay, so we just do British accents. And the directors will be like, no! That's not what we wanted!
Well, to be fair, it is not just... Basically, for years, media has portrayed all of Europe as having British accents.
Fair. That's fair.
Which is just not right.
You're being very nice to Carl. I still haven't forgiven him.
Carl.
Fucking Carl.
I can never stay mad at Carl.
Why? Really?
He's every time he just You know, first he screws it up and then he's like, oh, geez, I messed it up. And it's like, oh, Carl, can't stay mad at you, Carl.
Fuck, see, I think Carl's annoying as shit. And ruined, like everyone was eating cheese in the original Les Mis.
Yeah.
And, like, baguettes.
This woman leaves behind a suffering child.
It was great.
There is none but me who can intercede. In mercy's name, 3 days are all I need.
I think it was trois days.
3 days.
And we lost that. I had to I traveled through time to watch the rehearsal for Les Mis because I was, like, trying to audition for another production, you know, around here. I was like, oh, let me research this. Let me go back in time. And I sat in. And I was like, hello, Mr. Director, I'm a time traveler. Can I watch your rehearsal? He's like, oh, of course. That's totally fine. We love an audience. We need an audience. It's gotten so stale. It's the same 7 songs. Everyone's singing all the time. We need fresh eyes.
It's the same 7 songs for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm like, great. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, the French accents had me crying. It was great. And then Carl opens his fucking mouth. Fucking Carl.
And you were like, non.
Non. I was like, fiend. Carl, you are fiend. And I'm like, director, this Carl is obviously fiend. Why have you not, removed him from the show? Show business is a tough business. You can get him out of here real quick. He goes, he's my wife's kid. Like, really? He's like, yeah, it's, I don't want to be in the doghouse. It's my wife's kid.
And then I showed up and I was like, hey, Mr. Producer, I'm talking to you, sir. I don't need a lot. Only what I've got. Just a tube of grease paint and a Broadway spot. Oh, Broadway, baby!
And Sondheim, because this is back in time, goes, I like that.
I like that?
It's mine now.
No, Follies came out in the 70s. Way before. What's this show called?
Les Miserables?
Les Miserables did in the mid-80s.
You're right. But what I time traveled to and what you influenced was the workshop of Les Miserables.
Which took place
heavily workshop
10 years before?
Yes.
Really, probably closer to like 15?
Indeed. They worked on those 7 songs a lot.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, it's true. Broadway, baby, my lyrics.
Oh, that was such a good bit. I couldn't let it die.
Hey, Mr. Producer. I love that song. That song's so good.
Oh, man.
I'm talking to you, sir.
There's a lot to go on with this Whisk-Key podcast,
Yeah, we've barely talked about keys at all.
So I guess the only thing to do is to come back next week. Talk about more. We're still waiting for Betty. I like this sign-off. Where we just keep reminding Betty White to contact us.
At
Do You Want to Pod?
my tiny flat.
Oh.
There's just my cat, a bed, and a chair. Gee, still, I'll make it till I'm on a bill. All over Times Square, Broadway, baby.
Drop us 5 stars.
Da-da-da-da. Pounding 42nd Street.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Do you want a pod?
Looking for the big day when
Leave a review.
I'll be in a show.
Tell a friend. Tell your mom.
Oh.
Tell Betty White.
Broadway, baby.
I love you, Mom.
Ba-da, ba-da. Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
Love you.
I don't need your mile-long bridge. Williamsburg is too expensive. Fuck the A-train. Am I insane? No, I'm just never going back. Unless you force me to smoke crack.